Jacob Fatu's highly anticipated debut on the June 21st, 2024 episode of SmackDown, where he aligned himself with Solo Sikoa and the Gorillas of Destiny. We see the next phase in Solo Sikoa's story. He is recruiting members of the extended Anawahi and Tongan family to seize power and claim the title of Tribal Chief. Additionally, it looks like he aims to bring the World Championship back into the hands of the Samoan dynasty. This is expected to lead to the return of Roman Reigns and the reunion of the Usos, culminating in the revival of the original Bloodline trio. The next chapter will explore how this trio will reconcile and unite against the new Bloodline. While the Usos reuniting will be a significant plot point, the real emotional core of this part of the Bloodline saga will be Jey and Roman reuniting, as it was their relationship that was the catalyst for the Bloodline saga all the way back in 2020. Although Solo Sikoa is the big bad in this arc, Roman was still cast as the villain until he lost to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Roman has put Jey Uso through hell over the years, and Jey likely won't be eager to help him right away. Their relationship is riddled with betrayal, manipulation, and, at times, outright abuse. There is a lot of baggage for the pair to work through and much for Reigns to atone for. Here are some of the worst things Roman Reigns has done to Jey Uso. He used Jey to establish himself as the Tribal Chief.
I'm with you! I understand now! I understand now!
The Tribal Chief title didn't come into question until his initial feud with Jey Uso. At Clash of Champions 2020, the pair had their first singles match, where Reigns, abandoning any sense of familial competition, brutalized Jey Uso. He mocked him throughout the match and even delivered a low blow to kick out of a near fall.
For the title, come back on Reigns at 2.5! Reigns kicks out!
All of this was to force Jey to acknowledge him as the Tribal Chief. This feud emerged only after Jey Uso became the #1 contender. Before that, Jey wasn't on Roman's radar. To establish himself, Roman needed to send a message, and it happened to be against Jey. Retroactively, we saw Reigns administer the same type of vitriol and punishment to his sworn enemies. Yet, here it was someone he grew up with and claimed to love. It didn't matter who was in this position. Jey was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Acknowledge me! Go! Acknowledge me! Go!
Roman took the brutality to another level in their rematch at Hell in a Cell. At the end of that Hell in a Cell match, Jimmy Uso ran interference to stop Reigns from crushing Jey's head with the steel steps. As Jimmy's pleas for mercy seemed to reach Reigns, he applied the guillotine choke. Jey, unable to fight off Reigns, forfeited the match, becoming completely subservient to Roman from that point on. He manipulated Jey into doing his bidding.
You gonna just let that slide? You gonna let someone like that run their mouth about us?
No, man. I'ma handle it.
Following their match at Hell in a Cell, Jey officially became a lackey to Roman Reigns, helping him retain the Universal Championship against Kevin Owens, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. Jey wasn't breaking out as a single star. He was essentially Roman Reigns' savior. Roman kept twisting the narrative that Jey couldn't handle the responsibility of being the Tribal Chief. If he failed Roman, he would fail the rest of the family. After the main event of WrestleMania that year, Roman had fully warped Jey Uso into becoming his right-hand man. When Jimmy Uso returned from injury, Reigns once again exploited Jey, using him to convince Jimmy to come around to Roman's way of thinking, thus creating the original Bloodline trio. Used Sami to get under Jey's skin.
The Tribal Chief said he wants peace! I don't give a damn what the Tribal Chief said!
The Sami Zayn arc of the Bloodline is seen as the critical peak of the story so far. From the summer of 2022 to WrestleMania 39, it was the best part of a vastly improving product. The reason for its high quality was that it allowed for much-needed character development for all involved, leading to hilarious, heartwarming, and heartbreaking segments.
Lately, he just hasn't been very Usy. Is that what's going on here?
As Sami got closer to the Bloodline, Jey Uso soundly rejected him, which Roman used to achieve results and test the value of his family members. Roman would at times appear to favor Sami, even teasing making him a full-fledged member of the Bloodline just to irk Jey.
And I'm gonna make him a full-blown Uso.
This testing of Jey's resolve continued during the men's War Games match at that year's Survivor Series, where Roman forced Jey and Sami to team up together just to test them.
Well, this is one way to test Sami Zayn's loyalty.
By the end of that match, Sami was accepted by Jey Uso, and even Roman Reigns acknowledged Sami as family.
I have family now.
After Roman's match with Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble, the Bloodline initiated a beatdown on Owens. Sami urged them to stop, but Roman insisted that Sami should deliver the finishing blow. When Sami refused and used the chair on Reigns instead, the Bloodline turned on him, and Jey Uso, distraught and unable to cope, left the scene. When Jey returned during Sami's match with Roman at Elimination Chamber, a similar scenario unfolded. Roman handed the chair to Jey in the same manner, revealing that he viewed Jey the same way he viewed Sami, as a mere underling, completely beneath him and on the same level as an outsider. Roman had broken Jey Uso down mentally, making him so obedient that Jey couldn't escape the psychological hold Roman had on him.
And you choose to take Roman Reigns' abuse over and over and over. That is your choice.
Ultimately, Jey betrayed Sami to fully realign himself with Roman, leading to the WrestleMania 39 Night 1 main event. He turned his brothers against him. It seemed that all Jey Uso wanted was to rule the wrestling world with his family, operating as equals. He had the power to do so, but never believed he could. It was only when Jimmy Uso instigated the breakup by superkicking Reigns during the main event of Night of Champions that Jey Uso finally found the courage to go against Roman Reigns.
And I'm out too.
Oh my God!
This led to the original Bloodline Civil War, the Usos versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank.
Do you believe in miracles? Jey did it! Jey did it! Jey has beat Roman Reigns!
The Usos won, leading to the tribal combat match at SummerSlam. While Solo interfered in the match, it was ultimately Jimmy turning on Jey that cost him. Although it was convoluted, it was explained as Jimmy Uso not wanting Jey to become like Roman. Jimmy then rejoined the Bloodline, showing that Roman had poisoned Jimmy's faith so much that he viewed winning the world title and being on top of the wrestling world as corrupting, preferring to stick with the devil he knew. On the flip side, ever since Solo Sikoa debuted by costing Drew McIntyre the title at Clash at the Castle, Reigns kept Solo on a tight leash, effectively making him the new right-hand man and naming him the successor to the tribal chief.
This is the next tribal heir, the next tribal chief.
This ensured that, for the time being, Solo remained loyal to Roman. Roman had turned Jey's own brothers against him, the twin he shared a womb with and the younger brother. Upon his return, Roman will likely undergo a redemption arc, atoning for his actions over the past 4 years. However, the moment Roman and Jey finally reconcile could rival the best moments from the Bloodline saga. Given how this chapter is unfolding, we are in for some outstanding television.